Everyone, how are we doing today? So it's about time I answer this question. What is the best real estate investment? Single family home, small multi, or an apartment building? So if you don't know, Mike Zuber, one rental at a time, single house to financial freedom over 15 years. I own and have owned 50 plus single family homes, 20 or so small multis, and 10 or 11 apartment buildings ranging from 5 to 20 units. So that is my experience. I've never owned anything over 20 units. So again, realize my realm of experience. But I do have an opinion. I've had thousands of tenants. Again, almost 20 years of experience now buying, selling, managing different buildings, from houses to 20 unit apartments. So I get asked this all the time. I wanted to give you a pro and a con to each of the three buckets. And then I'm going to close with what I think the best investment is. I'm again going to talk single family homes, small multis, think duplex through fourplex. And then we're going to talk 5 to 20 units. Again, I only want to stay inside my realm of experience. I can't speak and won't speak to hundreds and 500s and thousands of units because I've never owned or never managed those. So with that said, the pros of each of them. First and foremost, single family homes. The reason why single family homes as a rental make a great starting point or a great entry for investors are it's easiest to get in and easiest to get out. When you want to buy a single family rental, they're easily available. There are the most number of them. I have never seen a market where single family homes do not dominate the active listings. So if you follow my course, if you are part of the one rental at a time team and journey to a better financial future, it is easiest to learn single family returns in your market because there's the most of them. If you're looking at your market every day, like I talk about, you're looking at a specific zip code and property size, you're going to very quickly understand what a good, great, bad, and average deal is. It's just going to happen when you follow my course and follow my outline. So again, single family homes are the easiest to get in and it's easiest to get out. And remember, the exit is important also. If you've read our book, One Rental at a Time, you know that sometimes we sell and sometimes you should sell because sometimes single family homes are just darn expensive. And in some suburban markets, I think if this rush from urban to the suburbs continue, we could see prices get unaffordable again. And if it does, I will sell. I promise you. So the plus for single family homes is it's easy to get in and easy to get out of, and there's the most of them. So small multis, again, duplexes through fourplexes. The plus here is you can truly house hack. I believe house hacking a duplex, a triplex, or a quad is a great way to get started. Just to be clear, what I mean by a house hack is you live in one unit and you rent out the others. That is what I think is a wonderful way to get started. When you do that, you can also get the best financing. If you are going to house hack, you can actually get 30-year money with a interest rate below 3% because you can get an owner occupied loan. Man, you can get a loan below 3%. You can come in with 3.5% down. It's awesome today. Realize that you still need to run your numbers. You need to learn your market. But I believe in most areas, if you house hack a solid duplex, certainly triplex or quad, you can live for free. That's awesome. But realize you're going to be close to your tenants and they're going to knock on your door all the time. But again, I believe the upside to duplexes through quads is you can house hack. And if you get a triplex or a quad, you can live for free. A duplex is a little tougher, but you can still live for half price. Pretty cool. And then the big multis. So for me, this means commercial, 5 units and above. The best thing I can say about commercial properties, again, having owned them and owned them for decades, is you do get economies of scale. There's one roof, there's one PG&E, there's just, one lawn service, all of those things. You certainly do get economies of scale. You do get the ability to raise rents across bigger portions of the tenants. But yeah, there are certainly pluses to going bigger. You can certainly afford property management. You don't have to do it yourself like you would maybe in a house or a house hack in a quad. Generally, you have enough cash flow where you can pay for professional management. So again, I think there are pluses throughout this. Again, I will close this session with what I think the best investment is, but let's go to the negatives first, right? So those were the 3 pros. Here are the 3 negatives to each. First and foremost, single family homes. While it is easiest because there are the most of them, there are some markets, like the market we are in today, the summer of 2020, where owner occupants are out in force. I have been doing this 20 years. I look at my market every day. I have never seen owner occupants be so aggressive, so dominate the market for clean properties that they are overpaying. We are seeing prices rise dramatically in the suburbs. And I say this because they are in my market, and most likely in your suburb as well, because supply-demand imbalance is real. This won't last forever, but in today's market, likely through the rest of 2020, you are going to have a hard time buying a clean property in the suburbs because owner occupants can outbid you. That means you may have to look elsewhere. You may have to look at rental units that are already occupied. You may have to look at fixer-uppers that don't qualify for FHA. So there is a negative. Today, competition is fierce. And if you're not following what I talk about in my course, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to overpay. You're going to get in a bidding war. I've said it many times on this channel. I walk away from deals all the time for as little as $5,000. If I pay an extra $5,000, my return falls and it becomes a bad or average deal. I am not interested in doing average deals. I only want my students doing good or great deals. So small multis. Well, there's a couple of downsides. One of them I've already talked about briefly, and that is you're going to be living with your tenants. One thing I like about being a landlord is none of my tenants know who I am. They deal with a property manager. But if you're going to house hack and you're going to self-manage because you're controlling cost and you're living for free, you're going to be interacting with your tenants. It is what it is. Maybe you're social and maybe you love that. Maybe you're not social and that's a big drag on your daily life. Don't know. But it is certainly a negative or certainly a reality. The other negative is there really is a low supply of them. Where there may be dozens or hundreds of houses available in your zip code, there are probably only a handful of duplexes or quads. And house hacking is real. Bigger Pockets has made it a thing. So your competition will be not as numerous as houses, but on a percentage basis, it may feel the same because there's lots of people looking to do that. So again, being around, the negative is you're around your tenants and it is pretty competitive. And then lastly, bigger is better, commercial. There was a time, probably 12 years of my 20 years, where bigger was better. It was the better return. But I don't know what's happened in the last year. Maybe there's some people pushing bigger is better. The competition is driven up prices. And in an environment like this health crisis, people don't want to live close proximity. They don't want to work in offices and they don't want to live in apartments. Most of my late rent and non-paying tenants today are coming from apartments. Apartments are rough in a recession. We haven't had a recession in a while. People forget. But I can promise you, managing multifamily on top of each other today, not easy, not good, very, very hard to do. Too many people are talking about bigger is better as like it's a rule or a law, and it is absolutely not. Sometimes it's true, and sometimes it's not. So again, I think single family homes, small multis, duplexes through quads, and commercial apartments all have pluses, all have minuses. So now, as promised, what do I think the best investment is? If you follow my course, you follow what I do, my answer is simple. I put all of these in the same spreadsheet, and I simply look for the highest return on my cash. I don't discriminate. I don't say single family homes are always the best. I don't say bigger is better, because I put a 20 unit apartment in the same spreadsheet that I put a 1 bedroom, 1 bath house. And I will buy the house if it has a better return. I don't care. I don't need to tell people I own 20 units. If the 20 units produces a negative return or a lower return than my house, why the hell would I buy the apartment? Just because I want to be arrogant and say I own 20 units? That is so dumb, it's not even funny. So for me, the answer changes all the time. I could say in general today, the best investment, meaning highest return, are houses. Certainly coming out of 2019, apartments were overpriced. We are seeing a huge shakeup in the market today where houses are accelerating in price. So very soon, houses might be the worst investment. But as of this video in August, a house is still a slightly better return in my market, which is the only market I look at. So in the end, let me know what you think. Let me know what market you're in, what you think the best investment is. This YouTube channel, One Rental at a Time, is for you, is to help you have a better financial future. Remember, if you can get to 4, you've changed your life. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.